Hi, this is Patty from Grace Lutheran Church in Vail, and we're coming up on the third Sunday in Lent this Sunday. Lent is a good time for us. We have decided this year that instead of giving up something for Lent, as some people do, that we are going to give out something for Lent. And it's kind of something I was raised with. My mother taught me that. She went to a boarding school where they did not give up something for Lent. They did something extra for someone else. And so our focus this Lenten season has been to visit with people who are giving out something into the community, and in your case, all year round, but
right.
Our focus is on that at this time, positive works. So with that in mind, we have Heather from Origins Faith Community Outreach.
Right.
And I noticed the motto on your business card is, it's about who you're becoming, not who you've been.
Absolutely.
And most of it is right here close to this beautiful old Methodist church. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to have you go ahead and give us a kind of an overview about what we do here.
Okay.
We've had a little negative press in the paper,
yes.
and I think it is time that we straighten out that now.
We're certainly going to work on that. So my name is Heather Echeveste, and I am the Executive Director for the Outreach Initiative here at Origins Faith Community. And through the Outreach Initiative, what we do is we provide services for people, individuals, and families who have been impacted by COVID. And so that's one of the things we do. So we can provide them with some rental assistance, some mortgage assistance, utility assistance. We can go and buy them groceries if they've been in a quarantine or isolation, and deliver right to their home. And we leave it right on the porch so they don't have to have contact with anyone. We also share information with the community about stopping the spread of COVID, vaccine information as it comes out and becomes available. And so we do all of those COVID things. And then we also partner with Community in Action, and we provide the free meal. We provide one free meal each day, Monday through Friday, from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. And anyone can come for that meal. We really try to focus on the homeless community, but we turn no one away. So we serve about 60 lunches a day, and those are all home cooked, home prepared, love put right into it meals. We make sure that they have enough if that's their only meal, that they're going to make it through the day. So we do that. We offer that service. We also contract and do oversight for the Tiny Shelter Project here in Ontario. And that's where most of our bad press has been coming from. But we are working on turning that around and sharing the truth and inviting people to come and see for themselves the really great things that are taking place here. So with that, we provide 24-hour oversight for the Tiny Shelter Project. We provide showers. They can come right in one at a time and take a shower here. And we provide them with clean towels and toiletries and shower, whatever they need. Personal hygiene products, clean socks, coats, blankets when it's really cold and they need them. And for the shelter stayers, we have a small kitchen upstairs, and they can actually sign up and one at a time come and prepare their own meals. So inside of their shelter unit, they have a small refrigerator and a small microwave. So they can come in here and prepare their own meals with food that they may purchase with their food stamps or that's donated to them. And then store that so they can microwave it and enjoy it later. And we do laundry vouchers for them so they can wash their clothes. If we do have families with children, so those children need to go to school. Many of them work. So they need clean clothing and showers. And so we kind of provide as many wraparound services as we can so that they can work towards moving into permanent supportive housing through the assistance of their case managers with Community in Action.
Is Community in Action related in any way to the state, Children and Families?
No, no.
It is not administered at all by the state?
No. Well, they do receive state and federal funding,
okay,
but they are their own nonprofit. They are the Community Action Agency for Malheur and Harney counties. Mm-hmm. So every county in the United States has a community action agency, and they are ours, and they are really invested in making sure that people have safe, affordable housing. If it's affordable for them based on their situation and their income, then it tends to be long-term housing. Mm-hmm. So that's their focus. They are a housing resource center, and I could talk for days about all of the things that they do. But that is how it really works well for us to provide oversight for the shelter and the services that we do here, because then that prepares them to move into whatever permanent housing they can find. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think there are about 10 or 12 or 15 houses out here. Mm-hmm. And I believe you told me the other day when we talked that as of the end of January, there are something like 370 homeless people in this town.
Okay.
So how do they qualify to get this housing? Okay. And then what do the rest of them do?
Right. So we have 16 units. One of them is the office. So there are 15 shelter units. And when you apply for funding for something like this program, you have to express priorities. So the priorities for this program is elderly and or disabled, families with children, veterans, survivors of domestic violence. So they would be sheltered first. Mm-hmm. And then as you move down the wait list, and hopefully all of those people have been sheltered and moved into a very nice affordable unit of their own, when you get through that section of the wait list, and then others can qualify, and what they have to do is they have to, Kathy, they have to just apply with an intake application through Community in Action. And really, yes, so at the last point in time count, which was last January, I haven't received the numbers from this one, there was more than 360 homeless individuals in Ontario alone. Mm-hmm. So, but some of them choose that lifestyle, and it could be for a lot of different reasons. I have talked to people who say, I have a mental illness and I feel safer out here. I feel that it's safer for others around me if I'm out here by myself. Maybe they don't have the income, and we have found that a lot of the time people don't understand how much support there is. Mm-hmm. So I think they assume that they come in and they get sheltered, and then April 30th you're just going to move out. But really, there's just so much going on. There's so much support to move them into their own housing. Mm-hmm. But how do you reach 360 homeless individuals and you only have room for 15? That is something that we struggle with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. What kind of, if any, mental health services are in Ontario for people that feel that they need it? That, who can afford, a $200 an hour psychiatrist?
No one.
I said the little redhead.
No, absolutely.
No, so we used to have, anyway, Malheur County Mental Health.
Right.
And you could, if something happened that you really needed to talk to somebody now, you could get an appointment rather mm-hmm. quickly. Mm-hmm. And I had something traumatic happen in my family one time. that I was supremely angry about. So I called them and went down there and hopped up and down and paced and, threw things, and I kind of threw things. And, really just let it all out. Because if I was going to let it out in my family, people were going to get hurt.
Sure.
And I was just really mad. And I got it all said and all done and whatever, and it was over with, and I left, and I had insurance. So I was expecting to pay for it. And when I got the bill, it was free, and it was called suicide prevention, which I had no idea in the world that I was going to come out sounding like that. I was going to kill somebody.
Right.
But I wasn't
Not
going to
yourself.
be the one to
Sure.
die.
Sure.
And so I know that they used to have services,
Sure.
For anybody.
Yes.
Anybody that needed them. And do we still have that sort of a thing in here?
Mental health and the services that are offered are ever evolving. And so I won't pretend to know a great deal about them because they do change very, very quickly. And with COVID, things have changed so much that I don't know how that's coming back together. There is a crisis response team in Malheur County. I know that for sure. I've been to the meetings a few times. And Lifeways, of course, provides mental health services. And really, when we are up against someone that needs help, first of all, we hope that they ask for it. But if they don't and we recognize it and they may be dangerous to themselves or to others, of course, the first call is 911. But we do refer them to Lifeways. That would be what I would consider our partner in the mental health arena. So we do send them Lifeways direction. And then actually here, we actually have 2 counselors that work under the outreach initiative here in the building with us, and that service is free. So they do substance abuse counseling, they do grief counseling. I mean, they do a list of counseling, and they are amazing people. So we have 2 of them. They're here. Their number flashes across our billboard outside, and so giving. And so when we come up against something like that, they would be the people that I would go and ask, what do we do in this situation? So thankfully we have professionals on site because I really don't know. That's something that I've seen a lot, and you make those phone calls and then it goes away from you, and so you never see the end result. I don't know what happens after we make those phone calls.
Confidentiality would probably prevent
Exactly.
Sure.
Certainly. Yeah.
I was just going to say, if I could make a suggestion, it'd be great if we could see some of the things that you're doing outside as well.
We certainly can.
We could do it in 2 parts. We could wrap up part number 1
Sure.
here, and we'll have another part that starts, we'll stop and then start.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
we'll be back for part 2.
Yeah, we'll be back for part 2 in
To
a
be
minute.
continued.